Hello guys, good to see you back. Once again I'm back with another tutorial related advanced JavaScript. And in this tutorial we are going to learn object literals. If you are familiar with basic JavaScript, then you have already knowledge about objects. Now JavaScript introduced some shortcuts in ES6 version that how we can enhance our objects. Basically, it's reduced the object syntax in ES6 version. So basically, I'm going to give you total 5 and 4 examples that how we can use objects in ES6 version. So let me show you the first example. Suppose we have a variable name and this variable going to store a string value. In our case, add1 and now I'm going to use this variable in our object as a value. So here I create an object and inside the curly braces, I take a property which is name. And as value, I call the name variable. So this is the older method to create an object. Now the shortcut is, if your variable name and property name is same, then simply you just need to create an object and just one time you need to take property name. In our case, name. Here I use property name one time because our property and value name is same. So let me show you the practical how we can use it actual life. So as you can see, side by side I open my Visual Studio Code editor and my browser using Live Server extension, and I already created an HTML document named index.html. So at first I am going to create two variables. Let, and our variable name is name. Name assigned with, and I'm going to pass a string value which is add1. So we're going to end this line. And then I'm going to take another variable. And our variable name is course. Course equal to BA means Bachelor of Arts. And now I'm going to create an object using these two variables. For that, I'm going to type that our object name is obj. Assign with, inside the curly braces, our first property name is name, colon, and it assigned with name variable, comma, after that our second property is course, and for value I'm going to assign course variable. And now I'm going to print this object in my console. So I'll type console dot log, inside the round braces I'm going to pass object name obj and semicolon to end this line. After set this file, as you can see in my console, it print name and course. And now I'm going to use this shortcut that is introduced in JavaScript ES6 version. As I told you, if their property name and value name is same, then we can pass only the property name. Similarly, I'm going to remove this value from courses. After set this file, as you can see in my console, there is no changes. It's work perfectly. Behind the scene, it's going to create a name property. Also, it assign name variable as value. So this is the first example of object literals. And now I'm going to show you another example which is related to object literals. But first, I'm going to comment out all of this section. And then I'm going to write some fresh code. For the next example, first I'm going to create an variable. Let, and our variable name is n. N assigned with, inside the double quotes, a string, and the string name is name. Semicolon to end this line. Then I'm going to create an object where, and our object name is obj. Obj, inside the curly braces, here I'm going to create a property using this variable, I mean name. For that, I'm not going to type this string. Here I'm going to call the variable. To use it, we need to use square braces. And inside the square braces, I'm going to pass the variable name, which is n. Also, I'm going to assign a value. So I'm going to use colon. After colon, I'm going to type our value is add1, comma. Also, I'm going to take another property and value. Our next property is course. course colon inside the double quotes, and our course name is BA. This feature is introduced in ES6 version. Before ES6 version, we can't do that. So after save this file, as you can see in my console, it's written the same result. Not only that, also we can perform arithmetic calculation with this property. Suppose now I want to change the property name. I want to set it student name. For that, we can use concatenation sign. Let me show you. So here I want to use concatenation sign before the variable name. And inside the double quotes, I'm going to pass student. If I save this file, as you can see in my console, now it's print student name. So we successfully perform arithmetic calculation with our property name. This is only possible after ES6 version. Now, also if you want to access only student name property, yes, you can. Just you need to pass obj dot. From here, I remove the space. So I'm going to type student name. If I save this file, you can see the result. As you can see in my console, directly it print add1 image. So this is the second example of object literals. Now I'm going to show you the third example of object literals. But before, I'm going to comment out this section. And then I'm going to paste the same code which I copy from my other section. And here, after comma, I'm going to create a function. To define a function, I'm going to use a property name. And our property name is detail. Detail colon, then here I'm going to create a function. For that, we need to use function keyword. Function, round braces, then inside the curly braces, here just I'm going to return a string value. Return, then I'm going to use backticks because we are going to use template string method. And here I'm going to type he enrolled in course name. He enrolled in, then I'm going to use $sign. Then inside the curly braces, I'm going to pass the course name. So I'm going to call this variable course. So as you can see, this course variable comes from the object property, not any other particular variable. For that, we need to use this keyword because we are create this function inside this particular object. So I'm going to type this dot course. And if I print by object dot detail, and also need to pass round braces, and then save this file. Now you can see it print he enrolled in BA. So this is the older method that we can create function in objects. In ES6 version, we can reduce the function. We can remove function keyword. Also, we don't need this colon sign. Also, we can remove it. If I save this file, as you can see in my console, there is no changes. So this is it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we are going to learn about destructuring array. So thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned.